Hey, Papa new uniform to say. They say there are many girls be. You're the pool and your brodo. Your brodo.
Communication is basic and so important in all our dealings.
Now, okay, tell me, girl, I don't know Hamburg. How to cut a fry bomb? I'm in the chair. Oh, Johannesburg. Hey, Saga, Hamburg and Hamburg.
That is why you need very efficient but affordable handsets because your world is just around you.
Oh, what's now? I'm in interest. Why? Hey, Oliver, hey, the wedding, they say IMF and the World Bank. My apply brand is almost sponsor. Almost sponsor. Only phone. Oh, better phone amount. Samsung phone. Oh, a very affordable price. I will come from Matobia Mobia. We are 2 grand.
That is what Cap Farm stocks. Affordable and original Samsung phones at wholesale prices you won't believe.
You know, can say Donald Trump on no flashing movie. Donald Trump will flash him to make my phone later.
Samsung Galaxy A2 Core, Samsung Galaxy A10s, Samsung Galaxy A20s, Samsung Galaxy A30s, and more. All 4 near water resistant. Visit Cap Farm today. Call Cap Farm on 0500 000 105.
Gone are the days where you have to move from different shops to buy your products just because you want to save cost. Be a friendly makeable, a place where you can get durable, affordable, and quality products just for yourself. From electronics to home decor, beautiful kitchenware, hardware, furniture, to toys. Na friendly the Ibutuma to Biara. We are located at Accra Central near the General Post Office and Kolebu near the Bukum Boxing Arena. Tell a friend to come shop at Friendly.
Malata African market and I'm Papa African market. Order for so blonze ha. Now open African market papa didwa. Mo akoma to yem dia. Malata African market edem sronko. Smoked fish, meat, dry fish, so kenki, rice, yam, fufu flour ni nnuane ahodo afiri Africa. Afei ye want to papa. Bo wire kente, adamase kente, ahweni ahodo. Ani nneoma bebre na wobenya wo Malata African market. Hwehwe ye chi akwan ene number e wo screen so. Malata African market mu King Kong. Malata African market and I'm Papa African market.
Michael, we support the new system. Yeah, Mama Michael.
Pacho, what Tony near?
Let's not go be able to go when you better.
Me ko support my business for your immune system. Hey, that's a Chevical t-shirt. My t-shirt. Me ko ba be fan kan yo. Ni t-shirt to go mama.
Boss, champion, Mr. Willie one.
Okay.
Michael, I'm supporting a new system.
And your well-being.
Vico 20 is not suitable for children under 12 years of age, pregnant women, and lactating mothers. A quality product from Joy Herbal Center. This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
I was having more power, maybe I will be a match. I will say, and Pomo Ayapa. The baby didn't come out, said, yeah, baby, and saying, we can. My interviews here. And into go, why not go theatre interviews? I would get away, man. You see me interview, didn't come. The 2 criminal, they were living in the other. Men go ahead, they were in your on our board and choose what you wish. And come my baby, the men fancy say a forecast here 2022. You will me. Na yet will be a fan of a mama who in Kita with ye na was represent a mine or my gun more. na obetumi aboa international diplomatic consultants Farouk Wahab ono and oboa the year 2022 how our international travels by COVID by the kind of komo or a prophet and Rebecca said sorry members beba pama we said your kan ye nyina and one dey so air person say COVID no nimia ba kwa ba say ono dey okuntempa Africa and the shas here and you bia e won so be the man Africa na we any free man o man Ghana in parliament as you say o man shas here ba twede this year Besisa and as a saying ebeko and afi Ghana as a whole afi saying and aniema ebeko winning someone you will be given ko e be a mehwe African kakra fi say or sign your sports buyers in Ghana group no ebeko yiye ni na saying and etie aja e mo afi shapa
Joseph Kofi Adom de chain Kofi say ye nyina share the same shirt now be share jacket okay angels so nka obehye jacket se Kofi nka ma msumhye jacket na me too casual but it's okay why nice mom why nice
yeah 2022 your career near my brave for 2021 idea ba it will be a COVID as a employee any new one aba and then other developments international new developments are ever 2021 on the whole said the na as I say a grounded because of COVID a ground is
yeah Kofi mamin cha na min church from the din komache what started COVID into I'll speak about COVID it was in somewhere in April 2020 me no me no you granted first interview on COVID when na say the whole world country say yeah lockdown in Yemanema. I do remember say I give you the background of a history of viruses of the world that one would say any natural virus but this were virus man-made virus brofuna design a virus no krano when they let out the bag of the viruses they couldn't control them my countries ebi to say Mexico which is Mexico Spanish for the chikungunya and yellow fever mo and French for the HIV Ebola the Congo moko try Tanzania what Zika mo a lot of viruses are Kofi abewiase on that strength at the time I remember I told you that the whole thing of the COVID it was going to center or settle on one thing vaccination and now say immunization whichever way that you call it name of it was going to be a business of the world. I went on to say so I'll share the world history the World War first World War now there were a lot of territories of the world and daho and enura and there was an appetite for a fight and then I ignited the World War some of them and my countries in be winning who didn't territory so there were a lot of territories and we had colonial masters the English the French the Russian blah 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 omunina befifa part of the world territories enumuna Second World War 39-45 in ebewie no so now there were still Second World War before then now they were still untapped and I said no your friend is a territories be a near and touch here that was also an appetite and yet only the Hitler what coming in but then the superpowers at the time wanted to control other part or almost everywhere in the world and when they help mass anto kwano nyina bebaso as we speak including the biggest ocean the Pacific including the Atlantic including the Mediterranean including the Black Sea and the Red Sea every territory in the world kofi ni land that is in the pansema enyobidia including the abundant Pacific Ocean share the politics of the Red Sea and the Red Sea is on the horn of the East African belt. You're talking about Ethiopia, you're talking about Djibouti, Eritrea and that any Yemen that peninsula Kofi whoever controls that side is the one who controls the world. So there's a huge military presence. American for person dominating, UK person or France person or faho into ube watch here share Enyema ekoso ya shape ya way ni those things. It is the power of the world, because the world trade, either oil, either arms, either whatever goods and bibiano, that canal a hono nefa, and there is also pressure. And to be ja and not to China, there is also the fact that a copper said the territory of the world in occupied. What would be any colonies be? Very few countries are under occupation, and now only self-determination say only colonial master or colonial master man independent. But that countries are just a handful islands. Name them set mainland there country biao or no edino hoso. In fact, now it will be difficult for anybody to see say English for say or Kokan Russia and Toka as it used to be before. It will be difficult say France say or Kokan America and Toka and also Kokan Spain and Toka. What does it mean? Because say English Kokan and Toka now, there is no way of it my friend Ghana say Omiyan Kokun, because we gained independence 64 years. British Army you know me BBI. You know me alliance and you know me any war pact biaso or kwansu kujano. You know more military friendliness, etc. exercise. Beyond that, nothing. The same thing all the French countries now France for Pentokwa, because now a large pool of allies. Or Kontokwa, Togo near Benin, near Wimra, Cameroon, or Biabum. And the France can talk our Timinko, or Nunko, anything there's no war. So I told you in 2020, when COVID came out, said, we are in the third phase of the Third World War. The Third World War, it is only a war of economic health. Economic and then health. So the health power controls the human being. You are equally as dead. Your country can be as rich as it is, but you need the engineering of the people, the power of the people. That is the health of the people to move that economy. What do you do? And you look at the first time in the history of the world, say, even the lesser known countries with small budget move a budget of 3 trillion in trillions going to the health sector. Into the more the more now we spend our health sector, our economy is weakening. The more now your local your economy is weakening. A whole nana make said the Chinese at that time President Trump said it's a Chinese virus. He didn't say it as of just saying for saying sick. It meant, and it had a strong diplomatic background in terms of a protest. Meaning, sir, they all know, sir, China at a point, Russia at a point, when China was not a part of the United Nations as a Security Council, the permanent members now for France, England, that is the English, and then the Americans and the Russia. China and India no be informed. Into this world money and now called the health sector, particularly against Africa. Now our countries for women and nature. So China sat back. And now we're moving because one of the biggest military of the world as we speak now. If you're talking about strength, American and one is stronger. I reserve that one to another comment. But then no, China bit my culture say the American they can do a tripled because no more background, no more nipano. Own population is more than 3 times of the United States. And you look at the army 2 times that American army, and you should Adiano. And they were looking for a way. But China and Timing of a country be a land military on Timmy. And Tina said also step up. What did you see before? Obi akọ China okoto bedsheet. Obi akọ China okoto towel. Obi akọ China okoto imitation and near my bag near daddy. Tell me which country has sustained economic power during the COVID? China. Shekwanya or fast so Emma or cast an economy because of the COVID-19. The economy are breaking down. Emma Europeans and Americans or will be a company, production line, any your friend is a manufacturing plant, auto BBR and or the Chinese holding, municipality and region. Why am Chinese be and to be? Oh, yeah, no, yes, COVID in you. But they say China up to now, Timisha baby, ye grave nipa back crab. A honor, and then who goes to China will be alcohol. What on the airspace in? Or more be a macro, but look at China. And I said at that time, say 2020, as of March, the only country of China knows mass was Germany. $59,000 euro worth of nose mask. Or turning around in May, no share Italy for here. Or turning around in July 2020, no American, your friend is saying ventilators. Look at the money. We as we speak, China, per se, will play a cargo unless you send it to China. Let the Chinese register it. No amount 30-something% wafa. Shed huge deliveries are all year. PPEs, nose masks. They are in China are better because countries or to free China near the any pempamwa. Say why not call China so koto bag? Why not call China so koto shirt? Because the top shirt had the $10,000 maximum and a share bag in Diba. They are talking of billions of dollars. That is the health war. And now almost stimulate here. COVID started, I know me near grant interview on my Covid TV. I would say at that time, there's a Ghana for any listeners, it's my award because we highlighted. Yes, we remember they had an interview in the morning, they had a press conference. 2 hours after press conference, I remember the story. Yeah. And I'm just saying, this is not enough. If you don't close the border, what else? That time, your cases here say 30, 35. Within the time you close your border, no, said you see, and the politics of the world now as we live in, we are in the third stage of the Third World War. Abrofuni intimi kind of crap, meaning said, they have no antidote of whatever that is happening. And they feel said, the world 100 years beyond our baby, Europe, ne time aso. But the Europeans and Americans, first 100 years, United States, Europe, etc. No, American lead Europe as we speak, still over 150 years. Omni developmental gap and omni technological gap. So we lead Europe. Europe lead Africa almost about the same time. And who now comes next? China feels I'm now a member of the Security Council. Malaria drone amoyeko African. China dene de ba onje. Up to now, Russia didn't malaria drew by Monji. Still Germany, France, America, okay, and you have malaria libium. Now you cook COVID. COVID, you know, they have bombed Abrofono, any Americans, the other part of the world, you know, more than you know. The Chinese, in my view, as I said it openly, said the stimulation of the COVID are Europeans and then other parts of the advanced, the Western community. I try say so bit here. No more feel say Adebia. They wanted to use Africa to milk and make up their cost. A cow more born no per se African and convenience scam. But coffee surprisingly, I said it said that virus be a man-made biano also on the brain and also on the energy level. Into certain countries and certain climatical conditions, it will not fly. Into COVID harder that they've tried, you know. COVID, me know I interview about him the nose open from day one. Safatim coaching kwane na man so bad. COVID negative for any denam. Do you understand? That does not mean say it doesn't exist, but the point is say nyankopon Africa didn't ye. The point is say Oko a populated, dense populated country like Nigeria, the biggest in the African, the populated. Oko Aba market in Abia State. Human traffic here they go be home or directly we bridge ha. Kofobia didn't know nam no home. Ko Sudan, ko Ethiopia, ko Kenya, ko la Côte d'Ivoire, ko Ghana trotro station ben do say no who knows max. But Kofi, the expectations of the whites, expectation of the superpowers, expectation of the Western country. No more say. I didn't buy bombo. I'm Africans, not just and car. Yeah, baby, and I can't bet a cemetery. I said, you said, yeah, do a bar near Sieno. No matter for Fraba. But coffee, ironically, the African leaders, the African presidents, I almost say, Yanyabi, there were 20 cases. I did 1,000 coffee, a lazy economy because you are using that to solicit for fun. They are using that also to say, Omusika Omodeno, the facility or loan or whatever management. Say, oh, we need to no, yari nintino, emientimi nkwajuma. Meanwhile, one kasa production we need be dada, manufacturing we need be dada, we need export. But man ko use yari no as an excuse. But Kofi, that is the order of the day. And to whom you used to start the court. IMF with the mamu nimo ahochira kakraba yeje. Ghana is not in isolation. Togo is not in isolation. African countries is in isolation. Now any African country be Kofi etisesabi obi a odeka Kumasi especially Kumasi ni doka na wan ko gina make you mistake na ne maame wu a Kofi 2 years kwa na ne maame ayi no entwemu na yesi me maame wonte me maame da fridge me maame yesi ye hihye nkonya wonte ake wontwe eno an is African leaders in here. But the truth of the matter is that Africans, the expectation said now Europe, the expectation of superpowers, the expectation of even the Chinese in India, they know what they did. So they know say Adiana Nkasano or no I have no open resources. So they will make sure say whatever the virus is, they know the virus are intelligent virus. Kofi, your climatical condition that is you're talking about the vitamin D, the Aviano. She say interestingly do a year summertime Europe, United States, COVID, down. How said the weather changes from September now? Now, I mentioned say a baby na bofuna no di twa yom. Obeka interview no kobona public inti. Oma the betwa yom say there'll be different viruses that they'll be creating. And then you better year 2021 Omicron. And he know the cost that year Africans powerful economy South Africa. Why that? Because South Africa ne cash stock, ne financial reserve in terms of money no Holland ni bi. Ne cash stock UK oni sa cash stock ni bi. On kwa wako colonies no or colonies oni sa cash stock. Na nim se apartheid abibe baba mom de mti sika na nkasa ne de oponso o mawie be British for and Holland for awie bi no South Africa cash ne so eni se bibi ba omo benya part president mfan say ayi your friend say Zuma mo omo di sika ni bi ankasa omo di bi ankasa but still South Africa is kind of taho. So I knew for sure so the country I know be develop new thing no South Africa for and then I say we don't know when in baby Omicron tell me the meaning and who designed it. Then who yenya COVID testers, yenya COVID a year laboratory checks I see your friend COVID. Then who's your COVID? Malaria cries you say COVID. Omicron no South Africa for kofan wa hin. Kofan China and kofan him. At the rate almost stimulating the noise about it. But South African folk came to deny and say, we don't buy that idea. Yes, Omicron. Kofi, last year, I was in South Africa about twice. And I purposely, my kind of interview say, maybe some hospital, and a Muslim Lancet say, my COVID cases in our hand. And him from Omicron, Ramaphosa. You should know where they are. They don't have the cases. Me and Kasa Kofi, I hardly go at them, South Africa. Me call club more than 4 or 5 times. Obia be any news. And what they home. Almost you know they like to dance, they love to party, they do everything. South Africa, that time you lockdown, they change. We no lockdown. No go 2 hours, 3 hours in the night. But outside the world, everybody knows that South Africans are dying. It is not different from when the HIV issue. They use the same South Africa as the base. Where say Africans were forced. Say the research for HIV, African countries, they will call it the region. African. Obiantia is SYZ Tamanom Genome Cotanom D. Research in this is saying. Have you heard, say Japan, France, and the United States of America? These 3 countries, they are the leaders of research, medical research, laboratory research, scientific research in terms of medical. Japan is doing COVID drew. Now, Kofuba Kaya 2020, and China for say we are close to it. We are almost. And not China, France. Kofi, tell me why France, our new inventor and creator, was yet designer of virus. France up to now, ultimately for COVID, because that's only the first country. Okay, say why COVID vaccine, why COVID when your friends say tablet and medication, but you find out. Say they are bombed. Why lockdown? Holland is entirely locked down. Germany required the shop to shop, stores to store. You can't. They've locked everywhere down. Tell me, Kofi, Uba ebepemne. Africans, how many of them have vaccinated? How many Africans are vaccinated? We are trying hard. The governments are putting every effort, forcing the people to do it. But Kofi, the people are not doing it. The numbers, Kofi, we can challenge it. Let it be true, yes. But however, the numbers are challengeable. because it's all better catch say a country like Ghana, FDA, and approval. Say jab near Diabano, AstraZeneca a year, Johnson a year, Moderna, Pfizer, what and all coming is a good. Tell me, say, who was that tool? Who was that invention? Who was that laboratory machine? Who was that laboratory equipment to determine, say, where a draw where you way now, oh, my approval, now, oh, my approval, then with determination in the bank. And it's what my approval there, then you should have the capacity to produce.
Ebia, say, you yes, it means a
Kofi,
almost check the ingredients.
And to check the ingredients, which one of them have the FDA Ghana, FDA Togo, FDA Cote d'Ivoire have said the way they are? Yes, because we need the capacity. They are not the brown or crown or one himself, Kofi. At the end, or say intimate cure. And to what sign warranty says intimate cure now, you won't mean soon. Kofi, what to be that? Your tuberculosis. O vaccinated unya hepatitis B unya I am just a lot of things. Why that particular COVID there what you say o vaccinated still and you can get it. Yeah. Now look at the politics of the world, which I said it in my interview at that time. Confidence said the drift. I want an idea nebeko. I want a market money no about so who is able to produce more at a cheaper price or at the larger quantity no one is can be. COVID, a virus, a disease, you say a pandemic, and they have said it's not going away anytime soon because only a modification of names. Omicron aba, because the Africans do not shut Omicron down. It doesn't go anywhere. Are you getting me?
But the Nkophobia against Omicron no, ebi almost a dead develop. Yes, and no, and I'm saying shall say free African, Tibet me African.
Kofi, I can tell you. Either an authority or just only in the wind, said across West African region, Kophobia have experience in December, in November, one way or the other. I'm telling you, say the illness, the sickness, a virus now. Yes, Kofi.
Because I said December, no, Obia.
Kofi, Ghana and the whole West Africa, the same illness. The same cold, the same sneezing, the same coughing as Sierra Leone, about 80%, 90%. Guinea, 80%, 90%. Burkina, Gugu, Nigeria, Ghana, Obia cross board. It is not any Hamatan because our weathers are not the weather, is not the same. Any Hamatan across the West Africa. No, it's not a Hamatan across the entire Africa. Ufre Kenya, Omina nom Yariguho, Ufre Zimbabwe, Obia Yariguho. Over Botswana, Obia Yariguho, including Egypt and your friends say North African countries. How many of them? Kophobia and and that thing is when you test even 20 people they get they are positive cases, said the Omiyan Kotokano. What test here? Antigen a air flash, Obenya, one positive. But besides that, woman achieve so more antigen or more your friend is saying Omicron. How many of them have fallen? In any case, you ain't any news. But how many of them? Because for beer one way or the other, one more in the last 3-4 weeks. One more in the whole of May December. But Kofi she said them Kofi a party will come her. She said them Kofi move 2 weeks near after Christmas and Kofi can you pay good doors no. But at the end of the day, no, you say caution. Obey careful. But the reality of the matter is that let us not forget about the 60s. I been Apollo 1, Apollo 2. Whereas say when the United States shut Roberto Niger, I flashed the whole West Africa before say Apollo no be starting. Now drugs are bad for Apollo. Apollo virus di penny but in the centuries of today no who are when you are then a doctor should prescribe Apollo. So some of us are saying say yes, let us eat well. Yes, let us be fearful of the unknown called the virus. But at the same time, we should not lay too much emphasis of the existence because indeed, said there, amount for proversing people, your friends brigade and co. What I say, I want to fellow as some of the African presidents, body, Omnia brigade fellow, I know who promote vaccines. I know who means as I do way babano. All of them know. About then on the African continent at the moment. Uganda, Seychelles and other countries, they call the bluff, say, by next month or two, they are going to let people live their normal life. Because in any case, as we speak in Europe now, testers are not in the market. They've decided to on touch Chinese tester and revamp the Chinese economy. Oma the answer yeno European testers no asa. Test case no Europe for nanka say nyabi. Na Kofi share the intelligence and the abnormality, and then also your friend is saying conspiracy theory behind it. Test an boarding a chain vaccination. The vaccination is free. And the country Ghana or the Nisika Koto vaccines. Challengeable account. Togo, challengeable account. Cote d'Ivoire, challengeable account. Obia Makoto vaccine or the men in the free. Into Monkowo or ye did the Monkowo. Theory of the world. A question I asked me say. Sameme se me mo. Now Nippon citizen in so omu. We are forcing them go and more. Yes, I am mama public office. But me bisa say the testing kit should rather be the opposite. Say testing ni mom na cheaper and then free. And the office Kanesha Polyclinic, Dansuma Polyclinic, Asempa na Polyclinic. Kofi Ika can freely walk in. Na makwa test it. Me test it na me positive va. Makwa pe zithromycin anom. Me test na me positive va. Makwa kope your friend saying ginger anom. Isn't that the case? Sana else and keba. But with the also kowo vaccine. Owo vaccine 1, owo vaccine 2, we are kowo booster.
Is it crowd Israel? Yes, it's almost 444 say.
And yeah, for be 5. Aden still an cure. Enti me say adan na magye mo say Kofi me tu kwanam kodu Kotoka International Airport. Meba ne se me foreigner na se me national plus minus no me do Sierra Leone, me do Guinea, me do Cote d'Ivoire, me to free Accra, I do say 2 country trade transiting. Them about $300 a car only on the testing. On top of it, in some vaccinated they are free. And to me say me want the other way round. So governments of the world, including our government, say mun propagate the agenda, na mun push it for reforms of this COVID say. Yama the tester and say nipan so the tester should be rather free and let the vaccine be with cost. And this confirm ko test na free na a proper testing na mewa. And the be kan sem nkonkowo me kwa kowo. Se me ko test na se kofi me wo bia ma madura said the also booster so vaccination no entimi nkume na mo metime nya beso so ma me sa tablet ni bi na me nom. Are you getting the sense? Mami tablet ni be ko vaccinate me ko test na sem wo COVID india. Mami tablet na me no. Ma tablet no encrocram said the vaccination encrocram. Enti the rather the opposite way around said the vaccination no should be the rather that we have to pay for, but rather the tester, so that the public can now freely go without any stigmatization, without any fear, without anything. Say anytime be a coffee, make my contact. Now malaria and testing a pharmacy. Why COVID not that?
I think about for but then 2022 COVID.
Yes.
To say the new one and ABBA. Going forward, are we going because most of the World Health Organization the ABBA say this year likely say COVID bet me defeat, you know.
Ovi, it's a lie. My question is Omicron and Timan catch it up. Share BBC, Al Jazeera, Fox, international platform, CNN, the way I almost project here, a promote here, it's a car Omicron has no. And then America said, where did they start it? Why did it start? From nowhere than the country South Africa. But the starting was South Africa. No? And then they say South Africa rubbish. No? And Zimbabwe are rubbish. The frontline states, Angola, were rubbish. Mozambique were rubbish. All of them, Zambia will be what is so big Omicron no Debbie. Abrofuna Kasanu says COVID. No. They are not mentioning the Omicron say and no rampage omo. They are still talking about COVID-19. Now, Kofi Memusa said, country England, what's a vaccination? Entimi, cure. Name of Basusano. Kofi, what share the world politics of the EPL, English Premier League? Obia ko Premier League na ni nose mask channel. No dilemma was sanitize it. Odru ho na Manchester Chelsea nipa 60,000 Stamford. No obia you nose mask. Ye.
But I said before you enter, we show proof of
Kofi said nipa no proof of vaccination there. And the Jano man in Namanti Abontini Sasa or Tim Cotton Stadium with the proof of vaccination. No jubilate what in the nose open. No peer there on some infection nose mask. What is the sense in this? Conspiracy. What is the mission? What say? Vaccination or share inspections of the card before so be run. Yes, sir. Into a remotimico jubilate. Wako jubilate. Okura vaccination card in Tinipa 60,000 will be a jubilate. Confess a mathematical jubilate in the midst of 60,000 people there. Me pianam na street so I card is to my vaccinate. As mission nose mask. Restaurants, a chrome ha. Kofi se wa kopa na nkofo nom kwan a. Mabisa pen e program so platform message bisa biem se. Enti COVID ni ye so clever virus se. Me call restaurant am sanitize. Me kotenasi am nose mask me. Me tuo nyina na me tanu. Me home ni nko yi an ma start frɛ ayi waiter and waitresses. On fa duane no na Kofi om de bar. Nipa 100 obia yi nose mask. Africa so say nam say nkwan na ehye nti obi a chia nti either say hot say nkwan na ehye ana say hot as in pepper and so all African ni bi edidi including Kofi Adoma obi a danichi aha because one say no timden nkwasa 17 no ye didi a chia yeti you understand me no
but then I say you shame o fix the enti na ye san kwan ya na chia yeti no san fia oro ayo ti
on abrofun the district ya de no etimde but enam se nkwan heat nti ya no mu pese vapor no eblo kakra next say
ko answer no betumi ya live answer
me patrol obi ase Kofi betuma research
very good
Kofi enti we are telling ourselves say 200 people call Chinese restaurants ye nyina ye piepie during this time ego ha no obi invite madam for be your birthday party ye nyina ekobi nipa hwan she nose mask obi adidi ye enti COVID does not fly out when food is in your mouth. The me come no dear, machine nose mask sanitize. Me sadia me Kofi Adoma esawa. Ina no say na Kofi wa say. Am no kushia yi. 30 fa say. Kofi wo say me hu hye dan hu COVID mu say hit back akra no yi. Na wo de asan no hu. Na wo jog na nko yi but na it's okay. That time ne emi kushia ho no. That 30th they are making. Nipa do say na hye. Including the musicians. Yes. Pan na hye. Obi a hye. Enti ye sadia COVID
maybe you sure say ye jaitum say Ghana ye dey say ye jaya my international community
ye jaitum maybe bisa questions ye jaitum ampa ye jaye me say o call restaurant awie ya uwura ma be share nose mask na maybe questions ye wam na ye didi na nipa be 200 300 dey share didi no obi ayi nose mask and the COVID on fly at that
table manners they say we didi aye nkasa enti it is assumed to say
South Africa ni o didi no ankasa ko ntimi ni di. It is a Ghanaian parliamentarian. Oh, what consider Ghanaian parliamentarian ODD? Fankwan Bibeka, Fanam Bibeka, me Pakantie. ODD or Kasa Kopim so be to say original platform politics. And see, one did your own Kasa. Because the point is that it is not true, said WHO or Bekas were defeating COVID.
Also this year,
Obey defeating now because you are bread. But I know for sure, sir, how many criminal, so many of African, it couldn't work. Because Africans are still not buying the nose mask. Africans generally are still not vaccinating, regardless. No, they are not doing it. They are not doing it because they've seen say no. Because watch here, your countries are African government creates we assume no. It happens in fake. A lot of them. I'm not saying it doesn't exist. A lot of them were fake. And let us be very careful about the COVID. Didn't say I put to fear in us. But the idea who got to abrofuna, that is where I'm going say. Only make it deposits upon deposit upon deposit because when your production, your manufacturing, your export. and also war mineral resources in the side background, the backing economy. Some of the countries can live on. America, ultimately live on resources of the reserve of the country for the next 25 years. Should the COVID not go today? Obe living a normal life 25 years. Oh dear, Wahimfa. And you're careful, how it has affected us as against the affected Abrofon. But don't forget that it's world politics and it's only COVID in a play. Meaning, Namojidi said 2022 there will be release of different kind of viruses. But whichever way that the viruses are coming up, African vitamin, that is the son of African, has shut it down completely. That is my prognosis of 2022 on the COVID.
All right. I was for you so IAD and Komo Yene Farouk Wahab Alaji. Say Alaji can do no. Alaji unko Mecca. Debi
ma ko Mecca bet man ko ye Hajj. Ya men ko ye Hajj no ko ye Hajj. Ko fi neme bi wo ha your Muslims no. I'm sorry once again. Hajj fo nyina ye nsheda enni so. Enka ko Hajj ba ko fi kama wasem ni nyina no bibia tuntwa. Oko Hajj ba Sebi untimi nkwatwempena. Okay. It is there because wakoye the pilgrimage, the most holy pilgrimage no wakoye wi. And the kabibia ba stopo na de aka ne ye atentene ne saa. Be yen ye ko Hajj ba dodo na afi no duenu obu nipa no afi no obebu nipa yie. De na oware mo no afi no ba ware mo. Adenti ne ye ko Hajj ba afi kwa ne increase the tempo of our marriage. Se ma ko Hajj ntimtim ware 5. Mako Hajj intimu 6. Let any Muslim, I'm sorry for delving into religion. No, let any Muslim, I'm a Muslim, open the Holy Quran that we all read and share me say, Nyankopon ka say oko Hajj ba utimu ware ma 5. Nyankopon ka the Quran mu say even kwamba ware ma 2. It is not like that. It is not like that. I don't think oko Hajj ba na yes anya man. And some of us
and say Alaji kwemp now.
You don't have that right.
Alaji, what? Like we are Alaji, you unti. When you
are Kobe, we say when you are Koko the Holy Kaaba. Now I kofa bo what to bompa yes was Bonifacia a bus stop there. What I say? First in Jesusano, not Islam, like across the way near the Free Arabia for the brain. But do I watch a critical Arabian Peninsula Arab for Nankasano? Do do send a wife for do not send away. Family be very few family 1 2 3. Omire ya baako onyata mahaja wako krono. Yan de e hiani nyina achi no na wa ware. Boni bitimi ware akra as younger as 8 years. Wako maka ako hu nyame se wako ye nyame adwuma wako aba akra wonya 8 years ya wo no 1 2 3 4 5 6 8 years in this world wutim ware de no koda wachi. And you tell me say you are Hajj? Omun chireme mian kasam Islam for chireme say imam bin chireme say in the Holy Quran no say say aware 8 aware 12 no mchem baby ewo. And let's debate. No more interpretation of how possible and the possibility say utimi ware mienu. It is not like that. It is not in anywhere.
Muhammad was saying
whatever that Muhammad at the generation said 12 say aware 12 nan or 12 no man da because he went on jihad or kontokwa na or propagated the agenda of God no or person nipa jabo sunsum nyame ne general so no mko ne bi wiye dodo na wiye na o say enyanka ene no omirem no fa no go metina ne fie enti na de nsa tom say ma no eni yaw eni areho no and o say meiremo. Do you get it?
Okay.
Na generation of Anabi Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam ene me no dia no enye pedata no baby an hye shorts asabi beat ne na guo say na ankom nyina Anabi Isa Jesus ankom nyina ankom be feli. Do you understand me? And the generation no different.
Yes, by this time
ankom be feli. Anabi ankom be feli. Santa dey we say now buy new for portrait. No Kofi come be feli. Let's face the fact. Generation akọ enti say you reverse here the compare woman, but what I'm saying is that look at Mali, look at Burkina, the Sudan region, look at the Arab region, the sub-Saharan region, Nigeria, etc. Share send Niger, particularly Mali, who worry Accra always 6 years. You tell me,
hey, beat me why 6 years?
6 years,
hey,
8 years, 12, Kaswa, Kofi mpacho memo assignment gender ministry omutia. Monko kaswa. Monko tetegu. Na monko hwe Niger population, migrant population, any some Ghanaian northern populations bia. Omdu omhu awura side monko hwe enkwa wo mu no omote. Now, how do you marry somebody's daughter at 9 years? What did they down paso? After 9 years, then you tell me say you're Hajj? No, you are not Hajj. Elgofi, sorry for getting to that long, but then no, me perform Hajj. People call me Alaji. I'm not Alaji. Okay. My name is Wahab. Okay. And I'm in YouTube. I was born Islam. Okay. But some of these things in Kofi, it's high time. One time, no. You may look at you can't just tell me and say you're trying to animal say Cremonide between wire for Pedro Tuntum, then a Toson Bacon, the OSA, then no one in Aqua, then another. It is all bullshit. Sorry, it is not true.
Yes, okay, I mean him say
it is not true because that time your papa carry Holy Quran on the top a chances will be and read. Now Quran is accessible on internet. And you can read 1 verses number 2 and you read this say I had yes with him wire for also with my wire for or more. But these are the conditions. These are the conditions. And what can't you say that are you crying now? As require as I used to say and nam ko mo we cry no I say ni nyina ba kunti ko we nam no. Hey, yes of course. And nam na de be ma na we nam nyina ba kun. Na dey na say for class o che o maduane mama. Obet my yen nyina yepe okọ ware oba we ebedura no pa no che okọ next house na akọtwe no okọ ntokwa we wona fofo ba ha odi nse wo biani ba akososo de ono religious time so kwa no ya asori ono wasefo wasna semni nuam o we fa ohwe ne ma we bi susu we beautiful we educated we clever but on ko kitchen oni maduane no a obi susu on de ne dia na dem wo ye we say Kofi and you will be so when you but if one the good satisfaction in bed. Can you love all these women the same? It is a complete lie. You know you cannot because you have and it's open said. O makra woman are doing go school. Oba we the Diana or the laurels or the award in never fee. Your best friend na crown a beji award. But could your best friend now could be in police station. Can you even love women in the same? And how do you convince me and convince the world? And then I am sometimes my religion, the attractiveness or the attraction is not there. It's because of the primitiveness of a certain culture, a certain traditions. And yet their tradition is not religion. Culture is not religion. Religion is sacred. Principles by the word of the Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That is what he tells you. So don't confirm obi tradition said the Arabian Peninsula when it was coming down creeping out from the eastern horn our nam the Sudan and nam ha be pie the Lagomba land and mehu se papa bi ye ayi ama history bi anama kan wa Sudan Domisala Ghana no ka say Ghana face Senegal no it is Mauritania the Ghana region is Mauritania Domisala is the capital nye Senegal is Mauritania shahono o cultures no ehon na traditional cultures in start aware bebrebe ni sane man and ye dia be deep rooted ebedu ha Mali afa Niger afa Burkina afa Chad afa ne adade Kofi Musa say is it really normal say o mom ye sane man obi enu ho aware a ne baye ne ri 9 years 12 years ono ne baba 12 years akwa aware what kind of religion are you telling me that won akwa obi ba 12 years akwa obi ba 10 years na ne da Wakwa will be 8 years. Niger for Zamama for a war, some of them. Only 8 years. And I need that. One casa will buy 8 years. So banny do coast school. Mr. Kofu Kramoni Adam for catching say, me say, on Chirame, either surah or verses of whatever. Or man or can marriage, young one 4 or more. Our describe would say the Obani Munsin yet and Kofa Slam you. Na kofa iri a wono zabuzu ono ritu ono de ode ntoma chiche no kofi to the sense omo ware mana no amane ntoma miensa wamane scarf miensa wamane slippers baako ntoma no de baako kwa ifo emi scarf wo de kwa ifo 10 years and wo de baako susu tifie no no de ye aduane mamala adu odidi ana baako susu se bia bibi occasion bia enu anu nyama miensa owi a wama okoko sika on for $1 enka ho on for sika ma monthly day daily money o mu fa bi nka ho enu anso to awatwe ni buta wa cha ni batakari Okoda oban koda kura won sa ensa entreating ye. Now we ma for no so ya na no service we mu nyina run about. We have a catch them so Hajj. No. Hajj is not like that. That is not the description of the Hajj and the pilgrim meant for. Controversially called any Islamic clergyman. Say him from the Quran can say more 8 years, 9 years, 10 years, 12 years, 15.
We'll come to that issue. My main share 2022. Adiaba Kwan Ghana Parliament the way and to see year 2021. Ebisu say 2022 a better time a chance. Looking at 2022 based on the C 2021 forecasting say.
My forecasting is the background history of the world, the clergymen, the intelligent men of the world, and the first parliament of the world, 900 was Iceland. The first country to have parliament in the world, Iceland. The 5 Nordic states only started with parliamentary system. Norway, Sweden, Denmark, Iceland, and then Finland. That country, Iceland, on the world, the oldest parliament. Or yeah, parliamentary laws, no. Or yeah, laws called the constitution for you, for me, for the outsiders. Oma no mo say a dining room yes, and they didn't do Oma nya law na bind you omo. In the parliament of the world, Kofi they are allowed to fight.
South Africa na mahubi.
Kofi
and other Africa, but Ghana they say you pay your community at 2 across.
Parliament of the world, including Iceland, they fought.
So it is
English Parliament.
Police I'm Paris of alcohol.
Hold on a second. Police ebetimako. But I'm just telling you the constitution our parliamentarians the design my no. O man fa and tokwa in the chamber and shame. Into ubu be parliament wa bun free.
Entina Samson hine Raouf Tanko shares a
here so a koya kodu obidia a kodu object. If me the second for abontin court parliament, now me the kokunto kwa any there is arrestable offense.
Okay.
Some the dadie for abontin kwa arrestable offense. But me two akonya, now me the show be a parliamentar is part. Enti bisa ho say
I can't parliamentary president.
Momo fa me omunyi free momo fa me nhwe se nima. Se nima o mo just ade na ni. Obi hu odi nche obi. Obi timbo obi aso obi e match obi e boxer kra no te parliament. Ade na no di amam se me bo a ese timbe chime. Na mo ko to se sa law no nye no. Say British Parliament, the lower house, the upper house. O ma yebi. America o mu yebi. Say nipa no parliament British House of Commons speaker no obi fa ni table na konya so de kwa akobo no Obama Oma o deliver the last state of Congress address obi shout to here John what is a Republican I forgot him Johnson okay liar am for fa konya on the show easy parliament at the whole world omo Italian #1 Chinese parliament omkra the communist regime you know omo nshada but the Taiwanese the Hong Kong the world fighting parliament Mexico Mexicans biya no hwe say omo den omo na boxing the world boxers Mexico no numbers and Ukraine Mexico parliament and tokani ahwe ni ntino parliamentarians no old bosses no most can no go parliament in fact to lose or ring him in our book of parliament and then you obi
and yes buko banku ko Ghana parliament
yes buko banku ko ho and me say much as we don't want it but I don't like the descriptions that Ghana have disgraced themselves before the world. What are you talking about? If you don't have the history and the facts, shut up, you don't know. And to me just a Ghana exemptions to the law, exemption to the rule. No person Ghana treated as the world Switzerland of West Africa, diplomatic hub of West Africa. There, Ghana Parliament one acting law say Yanko Parliament beam. Now so follow the Commonwealth, the English parliamentarian system, the Englands, the Germans. 1994 Germans omo di kosia she almighty Hemotko. Italian Berlusconi no be your fight nipa ne parliamentarian we share na bonti o ma nko what you say and even within the parliament you were enclave na mutime ko a enka ho se mu pie ko bathroom na mu de ntokwan ko she ba won zo ma ko bathroom da o mu ya ba ko ne kroma parliament tru mo bi adwonso ho o mu ya nyanom de yan san ye bramo ye nyam no mo ye mo ba enclave no mu a papa na no hu blows no entiade no mo ko parliament bathroom wa do mo ko toilet so they will not fight there because no part but on the chamber in the chamber on the floor no country in this world has ruled out. The only country is a young parliament the kingdoms but even with that no you say Jordanian kingdom Jordanian parliament omakun. What about Ukraine? What about Tajikistan? What about Uzbekistan? What about Turkmenia? Omo parliament nina kofi they always everywhere in this world. Russian parliament they fight like hell. Taiwan they fight like hell. Philippine parliament kokosho blows. Your parliament Kenya in the mid 2000s. Omo parliamentarians so call the hand groups call or the two shares in the parliament no the bakwa befie. Ya titi ni sing the na ready bia ba obako no mje parliamentary floor. Omjina corridor near the shirt fifi bread nufu ne stomach be say the t-shirt in atete. Who told you that we don't fight parliament? If they will fight and change the laws of this country, I will gracefully go and witness the fight. Hey, I repeat, if 2022 the matter in question is e-levy, the matter in question is Ghana forced taxes. And please, public, forgive me. I'm not saying this because of Akufo-Addo's regime, His Excellency, the President of the Republic. I'm not saying because of MPP. NDC did worse. Increase of taxes. Will be the e-levy. Also the Q-levy. With the way by, once with the way by. Because you don't create wealth. You don't create money. You don't produce. You don't give employment. When you taxes, into another say, or not share the easy way and the lazy way of making money or in e-levy. And it's our own tiasia. It is part and parcel of Ghana today, sir. The Ghanaian public, more parliamentarians. When it comes to say Oma Kasa something benefit them, what is Oma Koda? Parliament increase of salary, what is Oma Koda? Increase of protocols, what is Oma Koda? Omo security, what is Oma Queen? Na mumu security police one man police for amujo mu na musa de omo yire kwa de market ene de mo nko na mo kotel na e-levy hu na mo ko a na mabeka jeze ya good country ni man say fighting in parliament does not disgrace any country in the world. Fighting in parliament does not disgrace any parliament in the world, any government.
And you say speaker helmet too because 2021 rehearsals and 2022 you say speaker helmet. The British House of Commons in 2020, 2001 year, you na konya say kwa kwhwe papa ni speed a wode kɔ no. Wodwane because when him say subjectively wuntimi for obi anko. Say police invade the parliament. Police cannot go and handcuff anybody and pull the person out. Because ordinarily parliamentarian and amabontin ordinarily qualified parliamentarian and amabontin no koye bibi. Ye kwhwe na de no muka. Or say right to speaker. Yeah. Yetimi do muko. We wa china onye de oma. Mayamfe Kofi Adoma. Now can say right to an angel. So mbeti asia. And you made the laws for the people, you didn't make the laws for yourself. So I can't be a sympathizer of your fight, defeat. As you show. And the Dampare the police call I want to make sure. He cannot do anything. Dampare knows. IG knows he cannot do anything. Or the police could go as a more when the police could go as and they make a pattern, and then there's allowed. But some the police are could go chamber or parliamentarian and say, we'll blow wash it. Mabu, oh, dear who can say, every time in the parliament, you know, it's only the government in power women lose. Dear who no. Because government in power, no, ya now say, oh, my make a crown to 2 blows to say, I know quite the baby na pantine. And so one shut down ye, and opposition for so they yow. Any here, I know and so say, some say him or 2 blower. They what I say, Kwashigamo, what I say, Omo Trano Moto, because any braba,
watena fie kakra 4 years eko 8 years emu oya enti ano no ahoden ne wo ho e na ahwe se ayimo o se chairmansa eni na honorable mu no onse wo musa shombotom gentility wo because chop wo ma didi kakra enti abo na be na reho eni ne mo mpa be say IGP say obetima stop anybody in Ghana parliament on the floor in the chamber fighting no Kofi I've given the world history check. The biggest parliament in the world is the Palace of Romania. The biggest, the second biggest is the Iceland. The third biggest is the United States, the Washington. The fourth biggest is I think the Jordanian, etc. Follow all that. All these parliamentarian houses in and Papa, they fight, Papa. What the blows in the Kofi. And what I'm saying is that the issue of the e-lady.
Bukom banku ya NDC ni mpacho montomano.
Montomana bukom buobi or flower bunfi.
Monfa bukom banku nko parliament.
Because they are say, oko Mexican parliament. Ama entokwa ntinu enkokrafo ni nyina free parliament. Ama hotaba. Because the front Santa Force no matter is a political class of Mexico no omu ko ba bia 80 years 90 years no mu din sabinse hunu. But young boys who say no. Many more power, Muska, Mako, America, Magiska. What I say? Never call parliament near Dinaqua. We are here and I catch us a fight you move soon or ring but Zuma Bubu Minan. Sabbath in your core parliament too. Into a boy abu into a core parliament grab him. So therefore, issue of e-levy 1982 parliament any issue of also a tax and the demand. At that time, I've mentioned said Mr. Joe Griffiths, the president, the first lady today, ne papa na ne speaker. Omo call a docket no, budget no. And they took the budget to go and work on it. And having worked on it, they brought it back and it went through. And why I say this particular lady, should it be the only heaven and earth of which it be a Sebi MPP government or Ghana government per se, or the raising the revenues? It's a problem. And where I say, oh, parliamentary system, Kofi, there was a huge problem with the 1992 constitution. Huge one. Because 1992 constitution, I exposed, say, when the speaker is sitting, when the speaker is not sitting, when the deputy speaker or power, they do baby, the standards, they do baby extra or say, deputy on your speaker. Deputy has the right to vote. He hasn't got the right to vote, he has the right to be counted. Obia argument, both NDC people, what argument Obia a right to? It is in their constitution. Why don't you sanitize that constitution? Why don't you sanitize that constitution and accept, now acknowledge, say, yeah, what problem was 1992 constitution? Let's deal with the constitution. What's that the constitution say regarding the Speaker of Parliament? Say, or no one the final arbiter as approval of budget or disapproval, or no transit, and then the deputy, away, over to mean cancer, and to more go back, reverse the entry, reverse the gear. Now, Moncofa constitution, over here, the three arms of government. Judiciary, the executive, and then the legislature. Now the legislature in your case, who has the authority to say or validate budget? Supreme Court of Ghana till today, Wakanensa Egunubo. MPP is fighting, say, no, we'll push it. NDC said, no, we will not. When you speaker, we say we are deputy. Why these two parties? So we feel a constitution problem ni one. And then we move back to Supreme Court. What is Obiako? And then you walk down your Supreme Court near what the Chief Justice and then the clergy learned men and women. And then we want to for Parliament say, yearning the owners, the custodians of the interpretations of the Supreme Court, Constitution of the Republic of Ghana. What is the Supreme Court to a fair case? No? Because Obian for case in mind. And it tells you, say, the Oma parliamentarians in Nankasano, either they don't understand, they know, or they deliberately want to omit or neglect. And in 2022, it will be a continuation. And the EU, any Ghanaian sitting back, say, the flag is red, gold, green. Parliament fighting does not change the flag to be blue, yellow, and then move. No. It doesn't disgrace anybody. A man focus Ghana a public ridicule. Facebook. Are we crazy? What kind of history do we read? You have any world history in read. I may say the number one, the first parliament in the world was the Iceland. 900 years. Look at the years. Year 900. We are in 2021. On the fight now. Omission of the fight nation. On the acknowledge say tempest to me rise. Problem bit maba. We are human being, human institution. And to so many years and come the Topani Shem say memoir. And then Topani Bebem come measure blows, near measure so blows. In Amakase, there hadn't been any parliament that's supposed to solve Ghana problem than this 2020 parliament. There's no parliament ISM could deal with the issue of unemployment. There is no parliament as will deal with the issue of farmers or deal with the issue of your friends accountability, as will deal with the issue of corruption than this one, because we were 137 plus 1. Because where parliament is a but what's my argument? This is not the parliament. This is the parliament since the independence 1964 years ago. The media might say solve Ghana problems. But this is the parliament, in my view, is the most abysmal parliament of all parliaments in Ghana. And even the 8th parliament of the 4th republic. This is the most abysmal in terms of performance. And this is the parliament in terms of educational background, or more lawyers, more than any parliament ever existed in Ghana. 275 lawyers more than 52%. Because problem is saying, the country is still have to. We do not see in our parliament say a parliamentarian has called for the issue of what to do to unemployed Ghanaian students. We have not seen in a situation say, what do we do with our grassland, our farms, our rainforest? What do we do with that? Yenya parliamentarian be say, or they are not a topic on the floor. We've not brought it and said, what do we do with a multiple of your friend saying abuse of the cities and comfort at the pavement, at the bridges, at the markets, validating the illegality? Parliamentarians will be able. Which parliament does that? Police Okochuma, Munya Omu, Yasomun Traba. So Uncle Oko, your friend is saying, Oko, Pokwasu Roduna. Of Uncle Burial, almost as your mammy before phone is wrong. But as a mom, chop bar under the bridge, for God's sake. Whereas every world knows that a bridge one day can collapse, either by natural disaster, regardless of its strength. American ya bridge boo. Sheni Parkot now, and a population building. Shasaka bridge.
Baby or Shani, a honor Yagano, a honor Umofia state. Do
you understand? Let's share a old piece from Beijing. What does it mean? What it means? Uko Pamu almost starting man, Kauko Pamuma, Concerned Market Traders Association of Anchor Bridge.
And I make an honor your Mufia.
No, you're not a treasure. No, to manage a case, Bana Kofia Dumam Safran. Kofia Dumam Wanini, Kofi TV. Yes, about the Bubu Minyama. Yeah, Twaba, because indiscipline, validation of indiscipline is done by Ghana Parliament. Now, Kondia, Memana Pata. Kofi, Parliament has the duty to resolve issues. They have the duty to make laws. Maka said, Ghana Parliament, MPP, NDC. I'm looking for who is the leader among the two parties. Said, Meme pencil and I will invoke the authority, or I will invoke what is called referendum. What is the referendum? Case here by e-levy. Parliament in Kamunto Kenim. Kofinka Parliament in Toko. Ghana Free a pacho. E-levy no. Montiasia, MPP yen campaign watch the e-levy nase. The NTSA did e-levy ba. NDC Namsum constituency. The NTA e-levy no. Yempe. Muria Kofia Duman Wani. Namo their court said the electoral commissioner their constituency. 275 constituency. Mon court to aba. Near shed your winning here. It is if you lost. Some people in the lose say you pay living now. Papa, scrap it off. And guiding. Multimin for referendum ma chance who and you may need for so. And you may benefit Ghana. What you say? LGBTQI. LGBTQ pass there. Now I catch Ghana for some mutual petition. Mama Yakwanyo petition on the e-living. Give me the petition also to write corruption now more year. 2022. My prognosis is that the country Ghana, you know, I can't corruption that has bedeviled this country. Yes, still gently poor country that we don't acknowledge and accept a poor country. 2022. I'm saying, sir, Ghanaian leaders, and I'm always please public cautiously. I'm not referring to NDC, MPP, or NDC. All of them are like so in the last Fourth Republic. Someone to me, any corruption fewer. Ghana should appoint a corruption minister to promote corruption. Yeah, appointing minister of corruption. Now I design a choir state officials US can practicing who because this is where the country has a problem. And when you leakage any money it's because you have the money, you are leaking the money goes leakage into open a way to make up the money, but you don't want a way to stop the money from being leaked.
I was for a Sweden command chair now at the Berry Malata African market. Or bronze America na opese unya Ghana nnuane Ghana ntoma Ghana bibia ho NSS okọ a obenye bi ho na watumi ato January mu opani ma bia free Ghana nsanyina no obenye bi Malata African market ewie na yebo wo mo ad na wafa address no eye. At the same time say o manisika every akwantu mu abagana tap send with the free US, with the free Canada, with the free Europe, with the free UK. No download the tap send. Or download the tap send that now what they are sending this kind of bunny pan phone so and I send account to more direct. Obisa promo code no to me Boko TV show. Boko TV show promo code no Emma or Mochowska for being Obia what download the app no for the first time. And to me I na abwao. Sanso and a friendly mall. The latest malls in Accra, I don't know, Udruwa, customer service, different level, cry. And it is up as a near my shopping now. Between Google, no type of friendly mall, when you Google location, no, far hospital can see one crime, but it's a quality side when you know, almost very nice one, those areas in and share friendly mall, Nekokoto or near my elbow. Sanso and a car farm. Say open electronic appliance ewo Ghana ha say ya wo mo edie no ebo abafomu ye pa wo mo aheda specialize in niema yeton electronic appliances Scafam say ho and obia eto niema bring ye chi na no manfo guso a wo mo to niema ewo ho and a vehicle 20 immune support a droba ko a eboa ema immune system no egina ne na so eye and nti bomoden ane pebi na enumbi ebeboa o yo ba na o mensis ma na no bike 20 a ebeba ama ho atumi atọ ye de enkomo no ebewe but finally on IGP as of for more come and really it worked. There are some who believe say IG to say as a person yeah celebrity if you or my police force no a different branding if you there be your fans rodo your take on the IGP na yemfa you better that be dim come about AFCON. But yen share we
IGP ni na fanfra wa beka so a celebrity or a celebrity status no Kofi, that is your take. I mean he's a vibrant young man. Kofi Nkrumah say I'm sorry because some had too much. The laws of the land had been abused so long. Me prayer and he said the spirit, the energies, the synergies, the intelligence, the power, the ability or they are starting. Yes, who tells you the country is not policed? Who tells you the country is not governed by the police laws and regulations? But provided I'm looking at 2023 and beyond, and then I'm the measure Honorable IGP Dampare Doctor said it do 2023 electioneering year I want to person exert power on the ruthless politicians and things that they do to each other and how they subject the people our citizenry faso any other am I going to see say Wow, but chamber port cries here because it's also a mislead.
Obi akoche na ade no.
Wo koche chamber port as here chow.
Kuraba dan pare ncheche wo.
I ncheche wo meche kuruaba. Politician 2023, that's the election year. Ejuma always say no. Kofi, it is because we are not used because we are accustomed to a smooth ride. You are used to nkwasasem, you are used to openness, you are used to freestyle. And it's a we Inspector General of Police. Nessa u position who shaking who kakrebia. Ghanaians have the problem with it.
No, but this one it looks like Onya fans mom instead.
Kofi, Onya fans, let him enjoy. But what I mean is it must be backed by good practices. Name all hold you the portfolio no. Need the enyema so the text. Mean to me nka what I said.
Okay.
Me ankasa na saying, well, of course, me chief police ni bi.
What chief police?
Oh yes.
No, then.
Oji me madam for sofu bi. Obe Kroma vacation. Okra the license. Or drive or chain no. Or chain na aban say or process no. You budget 1,200 were court. In Tisana tell the other day. My friends, my patrol. Okay, European driver's license. You me drive for some time. I also want to catch them. Get Yamco station, main car station, because at the problem, Baba. Go for any choir or didn't Nakujina cars in 200 Ghana, Krenuafa. No, Jan so uncle. Nipane ko baby akoye program Yamia Juma or come baby akoye in a family program. Be my men money ye late to Amananko. When you late. And what Giscano? Kofi, you have power to arrest you. What me Giscano?
Oh, wow.
Oh, yes. See, about where the 200 need their doors, which 20, 30, 50 Bianca, you take it. 200 need there. No, farmer, yes, sir. IGP bet you because I saw for man your prophecies. Into soon to me your prophecies were. Kofi, Nani, I'm not saying for no momo number, and what did
I was saying day to Momo.
When get you, and got the moment baby, and the moment cries Esbit. And I'm catching the moment now, but make you sure, say back to back because 200 region raw, and yes, Obama you could 198 or the back to back road, the 2 cities. That's how the charge account. And this is to buttress the point is that the guy said, Mr. Dampa, but as we say, no, I see you 200 neck. Anything is if the IGP Ghanaians should not look at your nipa and from so why are we concentrating? Why are we pleading and praying say fall? Who does that? I mean take Ghana for us. Sometimes when you read musicians what and yes and I make a choice say 2023 will test the real Inspector General of Police. Whereas say election year, best start abubu asum, near beche politician, no so mama nchime, wako commit crime e street so, no say speaker, emani speaker be pacho a hono na meshe. Me pacho what say. Because say your Ghana police law say your cases that borders on fraud. I will be a deceiver will be there. Then the politicians must be charged with fraud related cases whereas say wako jina ne platform aka niema wonim se wonda na say wako jina kofa cassava wodi t-shirt akomo obi aka di kosua kan se bodua say ewetu amame no. Those are the cases I'm expecting the IGP also to deal with because against the Ghana police law.
But prophecies
prophecies, are you getting me? Kofi, I'll be biased here. Say now abnormality of the prophecies in a kosono. Much as I'm very religiously endowed, much as I believe, say there is of course prophecies, but prophecies in you are said na yam kwasasem. Me wa so do area prophetically. What da obi ma prophecy or prophesy say ne ba ntimi nidi ne ba kofi enya adoma na adoma nsoso entimi nidi na okonyame nipa ma ne bompa ye ena ohia oil so ena ode fa ne mnase ene no hwe me ba kofi aduane no fufuo odi mienu wo ba na furu na edo a nonsense akwa na nya koshoko ena bia no lose appetite wo dia ko hye se eye prophecy so fu no ka se me de yi me hu a prophecy a Bible man na Quran yade oil every fair nipa so makisa Kofi ma akra na appetite akra be 8 years no otim di fufuo be 3 enom kwa ka ho eye kwashako na ya akra no.
All right, finally me who hashtag be say our have for president o trend or Twitter sa our have for president our have for president
Kofi do as I dey say go be me now. Ghana you've this, Ghana you've US, Ghana you've Canada, Ghana you've Texas, and Ghana you've Makaja Ghana for say I'm a Makalanta student. Anything no. God has given a gift, which is the providence of an individual, and that providence is what some of the countries they leverage on. Policy makers of countries, Europe, successful nations, they are not politicians. They are not on parliamentary seats. Neither are they on any parliamentary platform. Me a Ghanaian, so I watch Kofi. I speak about Ghana. I don't care about any party. But I've said, and I make this analysis, say, me pacho, whoever says I will have for President Kofi, Matia Menafo for, and I want call parliamentary, my friends be they calling in such room they are also. But Kofi, let me make a clear analysis. Say, no party today in the next 20 years can come to take either NDC or NPP out of power. It is not possible. Listen, and the public listening, NPP or win power or hover around 50.8, 50.1 year extreme instance. NDC lose power or hover around 49 point something, 49, 49.3, 49.7. Ghana third party PPP 2016 election, the total vote were no 2%, were no 1%. Look at the margin. 2020 elections, GUM, also for Chabosum, the total vote nation was 176,000. On a third party. What 1% of the vote to 176,000 Kofi Adoma. So think of it. How would you create, establish, found a party? Now ubetimi at close that gap of 49% or 50% to become, to form a government or to be a leader. Please, public and Ghana youth, face the country and all allies. May catch them say no third fourth party will bet me at today. But then there's a possibility say obi bet me upset the two parties. The only way to upset the two parties in any political party, it could only be a movement, excuse me, not a violent movement. The movement would be said the power of the vote is in the hands of the Ghana youth. 18 years to 36 years is 52-53%. If they decide to select their person, Okofa party biaba constitution Okoye den 275 constituency koye office. Witness card best office no. Corner koji signatures of aboso ka ye udom wo ma wu nyina beka ho. Wunya. This is to tell you say NDC is over 40 years. PNDC NDC about 40 years. NPP 1982 was PFP. Before then, UGC is in Wadeba. Over 64 years party. And one remodified with names. And you can't get up today. Say where you are have. Where you Kofi Adoma by the power of your popularity. Ubetimi adiabeji. Untimi nje power and free NDC MPP insem. But the Ghanaian youth, most of them pay government now. More na make governments. More pay a leader. Now, I'm yet the leader of a movement, not a violent movement. Now, when on the election day, no, so I standing independent, bam. ABS Ethiopia, Ahmed Abiy, only party, the old political admesnef noni sanko forum. Now, old party existing from time, Heli Salesimo parties. And you know, so he came from the social media angle, hashtag. And no come to say there, face the country in the platform so my Avram any other platforms. When they put themselves together, they decide they say, yeah, the SYZ person call ye movement ye kwa akotwa no na mo so mo force nko constitution mo nko constituencies say mo so mo the parliamentarians beko but our have for president you know you can only have maybe a political party one mini party be enu okomienu no omi ya menamfofo obi enu a mehye ni t-shirt na me show obi a t-shirt so da and na me ko ji obi a platform so da and na me ko any of them both sides say me ko pe adwuma de amami nua na say me ko pe contract me nye gata contract me nyi bi so da inshallah. Do you understand me? And you go feel me neutral. I stand in the middle. I stand neutral. I support a good course of governance. I support a good course of administration. I support a good course of administration and management. And I support, say, every country has the right, especially Ghana, to liberate, have economic freedom, and push the agenda and make the country free. I don't want to call myself, say, maybe I'm a person, me standing, me contest the presidential. No. Coffee, yes, young boy. So I mean, Votarian, I can travel class. I miss baby. I feel near choose where I'm running. Debut was I a Santin Cremoni, Ofia, Traba setting in a maniamano, Kofi, me a Macaranta student. Obi a good cause. Say MPP saying this in we praise good governance, we cherish good governance. But you don't. Makacha said, when the people give you the vote, give them back the government. That is why we have the problem. Youth agitation I had. But the youth agitation I had almost stimulated. No making sure, sir, it's them who that it affects the greatest. Because when you're university, now you're engineering course. Unless you say obi a one year apprentice, one class certificate, now I practical. That is the beef. And when I'm stimulating, I'm come home. Some feel some pe MPP na pe NDC a mo nye a movement na mo pe leader mo feel some na the youth no take it forth. Now all political class in there Kofi we still have the same way because MPP or opposition were vibrant or bad government were relaxed. NDC or opposition one blows were very vibrant. Press conference upon press conference. Election the able results can no mere press conference. Papa was Susuman never. The same thing, the same coin. And I'm not saying, sir, they haven't done the best, they haven't tried their best, but they haven't done so much enough for the 64 years as compared to other countries, sir. Oma go through, you know more the same background. Hashtag need the Kofi Usu betima promote. But the reality of the matter is that we are Macaranta students. Reality of the matter is that again, Kofi. Ghana Ghana Constitution. We need to crowd to oh, sir. Oh, I will not. So you the country has an office of the first lady. It is only the first lady in better time. Oh, where pay man? Where pay me? Koficha will be first lady. Oh, me match. Can't law no funny. People don't know majority of the say. Empty. The bottom line is said. Ghana youth, Kofi is the country new platform among themselves, division, right? Beef upon beef. How do you use it to outweigh, and then outclass and all political class a 64 years party? How do you use this one to outweigh party or yet over 55 years put together? And Nkrumah East or the first and this one say they are pro Nkrumah East. And this one also about 64 years. And we do NDC, PNDC, and don't quite cover for from 79 cover 40 years. Now we are also betting to over party to happen. You cannot. I don't want them to give them dreams because I can't form any party. Maybe Macaranta party.
Division about these youth groups in there. We say CPP, NDC, NPP would deliberately.
They went in.
No more cause of confusion. So we set up a group like that. Definitely, we move some more power now. They will infiltrate.
Because the boys are too fragile. At the end of the day, Kofi boys now to chop. Oma kasaya meeting maybe a koliki. Oma kasaya we are the Beninti a comfortable man. The parties share time I face the country. Almost started the agenda. Any the enthusiasm I built here. Yeah. Up to the time they were allowed to deliver. Because they themselves are not united. Kofi, before you go, one issue. GRA Ghana Revenue Authority, Whether Mrs. Hawa Mpacho, Ajawa would the old Jerry Betty Pacho. I say with the Monshep. VIP buses, buses are called North. Coffee Homo Bar. Coffee passengers in Umfrey North. Ordinary bridge here 3 or 4 at the grass or Barberton. Omdu in Tampa Techima built in the Drobaka. Not GRA customs. No, I cheer bridge here 4. So anyway, Bill. Sefa. As il est bien échoué avec chez ni Bill. Comme ça vient à Pidrabes. Oh, le bien GRA for cheer bridge. Ojamba kitwa keke oda kase osi ni we be we ni ache no na kofi passengers nyina gu car no ya pa cho why ya say ye pe abreaching we be 4 hours no mti kwa manza na release omu and who person dey state transport no so ko fese un diga na deko state transport dey ofo a ono onya beche beto no yen stop because state name of the other VIP ni ade no nkofo tim dey abeche ne your friends are confirmed. Who check confirm say o kwa koje no. Webe from Boliga. Kofi afa me pa cho. Kofi ado say she wait. Abeje webe no there. Jerry for the police kwa almost apa no so no. Omu yai. Is that a country who pesika pa dey among man. No obi no dey abeche 4, mako 4, 5. Ah achichiri ndabo mabo na mo come dey no. No abe stop in sawam say abeche ni webe. Thanks for watching. Yeah, Kramo.
Hey, Papa, I'm looking forward to saying. They say there are many girls be. You're the Pumu and your brodo. Your brodo.
Communication is basic and so important in all our dealings.
Now, okay, tell me, girl, I don't know Hamburg. How to cut a fry bomb? I'm in the chair. Oh, Johannesburg. Hey, Saga.
That is why you need very efficient but affordable handsets because your world is just around you.
Oh, what's that? I'm in interest. Why? Hey, Oliver, the wedding, they say IMF and the World Bank. My apply brand is on sponsor. Sponsor. Only phone. Oh, better phone amount. Samsung phone. Oh, a very affordable price. I will come from Matobia Mobia. Me are 2 grand Kutambo.
That is what Cap Farm stocks. Affordable and original Samsung phones at wholesale prices you wouldn't believe.
You know, can say, Donald Trump, on no flashing move, Donald Trump will flash him to make my phone later.
Samsung Galaxy A2 Core, Samsung Galaxy A10s, Samsung Galaxy A20s, Samsung Galaxy A30s, and more.
All 4 near water resistant.
Visit Cap Farm today. Call Cap Farm on 0500 000 105.
Gone are the days where you have to move from different shops to buy your products just because you want to save cost. B&F Friendly Eba, a place where you can get durable, affordable, and quality products just for yourself. From electronics to home decor, beautiful kitchenware, hardware, furniture, to toys. Now, Friendly the Ibutuma Biara. We are located at Accra Central near the General Post Office and Kolebu near the Bukum Boxing Arena. Tell a friend to come shop at Friendly.
Malata African market, and I'm Papa. African market. Odofo, so wo blonze ha. Na wo pe African market papa didwa. Mo akoma to yem dia. Malata African market edem sronko. Smoked fish, meat, dry fish, sa wo pe kenki, rice, yam, fufu fra ne nuane ahodo afiri Africa. Afei, ye want to papa. Bo wire kente, adamma se kente, ahwene ahodo. Ene nioma bebre. Na wo benya wo Malata African market. Hwehwe ye chi akwan ene number e wo screen so. Malata African market mu King Kong. Malata African market, and I'm Papa. African market.
Gone are the days where you have to move from different shops to buy your products just because you want to save cost. Be an friendly a place where you can get durable, affordable, and quality products just for yourself. From electronics to home decor, beautiful kitchenware, hardware, furniture, to toys. Na friendly the Ibutuma Biara. We are located at Accra Central near the General Post Office and Kolebu near the Bukum Boxing Arena. Tell a friend to come shop at Friendly.
Michael, what's supporting the new system? Yeah, Mama, Michael.
But you are Tony near.
Ah, let's not go be able to go in the
Me ko supporting my boost phone in our immune system. Hey, I saw a Viking t-shirt. Mato t-shirt. Me ko ba be fan kan yo. Ni t-shirt ru go mama.
Boss, champion, Mr. Willie one.
Okay.
Michael, I'm supporting a new system.
Any your well-being.
Vico 20 is not suitable for children under 12 years of age, pregnant women, and lactating mothers. A quality product from Joy Herbal Center. This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the FDA.